YouTube says you own. I owe rent. Who I owe rent to? What's up, Mr. Judge? Say Center. Who I owe rent to? Big sis, what's up? Uh, Francesca, what's up? YouTube said, I mean, Google said they'll take it or see me in court. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they're gonna see me in court then. I don't owe YouTube shit. You said, what's my email? Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the chat. My email's in the chat. Yeah, we finally just gonna put this whole Lanae thing. I don't know what Trey is. I don't know what Trey gonna do. You know Trey. He gonna run that shit till the wheels fall off. But for me personally, I'm getting a little bit bored with it. If she does something, if her or Marianne do something that's worth talking about, then yeah. I watched her well a little bit of her live. She went live like 5-10 minutes after me and Trey finished ours, and I didn't watch all of it. I watched like the first like 5-10 minutes of it, and we're gonna watch it now. And she said it's real like the thing she's saying is real fucking stupid. It's real stupid. Um, I don't know if I'm dropping a link tonight. If I do, I'll let you up. Um, I have been thinking about doing this Young Pharaoh series again. We did a whole series. Hold on, Mr. Judge. Bougie, Barbie, what's up? Jay Williams, what's up? Yeah, ma'am. That should be funny as hell. Trey said that he heard that she was talking about him. I didn't hear um, anything about him in particular in the first couple of minutes that I heard. She could have been. That's what we're gonna find out tonight. I think she did make some references towards us, saying that we were like uh, taking the story and like changing things. And I'm like, lady, what the fuck did we change about your story? We're going off of what you said. Everything that we talked about was everything that you said. Now we gave our opinion on what you said. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button though. Sassy Savannah, peace and welcome. Jessica, peace and welcome. Right. Justice for Chunk Chunk. Like I don't know. She's claiming some content creator reached out to her. Y'all hear y'all listen to it for yourself. Um, apparently she's been getting a lot of support from other content creators. I don't know who these content creators are, but I think she made a reference to AAS as well. Hold on, let me. But she did say something that really irked my nerves. She was talking about how she wanted all these other people to come out. She said all these other people that have stories about Umar. She want them to come out so it validates her. And I didn't understand that. How the fuck is them coming out with their stories going to validate you? No, I don't get that. Miss Independent, what's up? Oh, you still at work? Damn. Storm, what's up? She was talking about she want other people to come out so it validates her. And I didn't get that. How the fuck is other people coming out going to validate your story? How is that going to validate your story? You said you wasn't right. Then she has more stories to steal. That's right. Afro punk chick, peace and welcome. That's what I'm saying. She can't even validate herself. She's all over the fucking place. Ooh, I got a crook in my neck. She wants people to make her feel better about being with Umar. True, but I don't get how that's going to validate her. You came to us claiming that you were using Umar as a tool, right? But then you turned it into something else. You shifted the attention over to his mother, and you say you want to make it about his mother. But when you were there, you did nothing to help the lady. You dropped her. I mean, you said you cleaned up her bum, which was details that did not need to be known. Um, then you did nothing to get this lady out that house. You even said it out your own mouth when the firemen were called or whoever the paramedics were called. You tried to protect Umar. So why the fuck does he need to validate if his mother is okay to you? I think you're using her mother as a way to drag this shit on because you can't drag on your time with him, and that's a damn shame that you're using his mother as an excuse to keep talking about this man. Now, if you want to talk about the school and him scamming, that's different. But you keep using his mother as an excuse, as a way to try to stay connected to him, saying you're not going to stop until he sees proof that is she sees proof that his mother is okay, but you did not care when you were there enough. I think you only care for his mother as a way to stay connected to him. So we're gonna listen to what she got to say.
But the problems I was having with the purpose because and did on. But the one thing that they were telling me or keep going with my show, which I really is stunting my growth, where it's gonna be just as juicy. I got.
We have never seen any proof of this any family giving her any permission to talk about any of this shit. I'm pretty sure they don't want their mother's business all over the internet. You're using this man's mother as a way to stay relevant and stay connected to him. And she keeps talking about getting the whole story out. You got the whole story out, lady. What more of the story needs to be out? See, this is how we know that the fact that you keep saying that lets us know that you're fucking dragging it as a way to stay relevant. Did this start? There we go.
Hey.
Storm.
What's up, Unbreakable?
You know what she looked like in this picture? That is not the best picture. You know what she looks like in this picture? You know what she looks like in this picture, Storm? This is what she looks like in this picture. This is what she looks like in this picture. You already know what I was going to do, Bougie Barbie. She said this is the best picture she ever seen. Nah, I beg to differ on that one. That's right there what she looked like to me and everybody else.
I'm just waiting for people to come on in. So, oh man, I got a lot to talk about here. The unfortunate part about being hovered over is that a lot of new information, a lot of good information, new information, I can't put out because I have certain people watching my channels. But trust me, it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. It's going to be just as juicy. Good information, new information. I can't put out because I have certain people watching.
You say the same shit all the time. We are so fucking tired of hearing these excuses, dog. See, this is what we mean right here. If there is new information, ma'am, in the words of Trey, ma'am, if there is any new information, important information that needs to be heard in regards to his mother, right, that is so damning, and the world needs to know it. You're not going to put it out because certain people are watching your channel. Does that sound like a person that cares about his mother, or it sounds like a person that's withholding information so she can do more interviews and stay relevant? I can't publish this information because somebody might see it. What? That's what I'm saying. What the fuck does that even? It makes no sense. Why are you coming to us saying this shit if you can't give the? It's just getting it's getting very fucking annoying now. It's just getting extremely annoying. Lady, just go away. You're not going to produce any fucking information or receipts. Just go the fuck away. We don't want to hear it anymore.
About being hovered over is that a lot of new information, a lot of good information, new information I can't put out because I have certain people watching my channels. But trust me, it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. It's going to be just as juicy when we are able to talk about it as it is right now. But what I can talk to you guys about is something that I got in the DM today.
It's going to be just as juicy. But you can't put it out because certain people are watching it. I think you just want attention, lady. I think you want attention. I think you've never gotten this much attention in your life. And you want attention. You even said that you're trying to build a fan base. I thought this was just about getting justice for Umar's mother. She's going to say that too. I'm about time she says she's going to move to Twitch and build a fan base and come back. I thought this was about justice for Umar's mother. So you're trying to use Umar's mother to build a fan base. That's what you saying. Right.
Someone sent me a message, and the message was telling me, it was basically, I'm gonna give you guys the overall because I don't want to pull it up, but the overall is basically giving me encouragement. This is a content creator, and giving me encouragement, telling me to keep going with my show, which I really is stunting my growth because I want to start doing things that I just do not want to do right now because I feel like it will transfer the BS over to other people that are not deserving. We've seen how people are calling places and all that other stuff. It's just not.
Who the fuck is calling places? Ain't nobody over here calling nobody, especially about you. The fuck are you talking about? But she don't want to put it out because she doesn't want it to transfer to other people who don't deserve it. The fuck does that even mean? Once you put something out on the internet, it's out there. See, this is what I mean. Like, she's like playing like it's like she's like trying to dangle information in front of people's faces. Ooh, look what I got here. But I'm not going to put it out yet. Ooh, look what I got here. Oh, but I'm not going to put it out yet. If this is justice for Umar's mother, that's what you claim. Justice for the women that Umar has done evil to. That's what you claim. Why the fuck are you withholding information? Because you're not doing it for that. You're doing it for attention, lady. Just admit that you want to be a content creator now. And you want to use Umar's mother and the fact that you had a sexual relationship with Umar as a way to get to gain more attention. It had nothing to do with getting help for anybody but yourself. It's fucking crazy.
That's not what it is. But the one thing that they were telling me was about when I had went on and I went to Lanae's show and did my story there. So let me explain to you guys the way that this has been ran down to me.
Look, there you go, rewriting the story again.
I went on Lanae's.
There you go again. You get the same thing with Marianne. starting to rewrite stories. Oh, let me tell you how it's been ran down to me. And then you rewrite the story. What's up, Chastity? How you doing? That you did this already. You did this several times. You always say something's been ran down to you, and then you rewrite the story.
With the purpose, because Lennon's show, I do need to do Patreon. I'm gonna.
So now you want she wants to start a Patreon. So now you want to make money off of Umar's mother, because that's what you say. That's what you was arguing on Storm. Now we're not putting words in your mouth. We're telling you this is what you said on Storm. It's about Umar's mother, right? So you want to start a Patreon where people pay for your story and the information you put out, right? Which is supposed to get justice for Umar's mother. So now you're trying to make money off of Umar's mother. I don't know who's worse, you or Umar. Marianne ain't even this bad. She may have put out a fake check, but she ain't that bad to want to make money off of somebody's sick mother. You are. That's fucked up. You started OnlyFibs, right? It is fucked up. That's real fucked up. Her voice is low vibrational and depressing. Yeah, it is. And the content, yeah, right. To be a content creator, you need to have content. Her content is the so-called information that she's getting from the other women that's supposedly reaching out to her, and the information from the family about Umar's mother. So you're about to make money off these women story and Umar's sick mother. This is highly fucked up, lady. It's diabolical too. This is highly fucked up.
Do that. Somebody else said that we are also set up for stream on Twitch, and we're going to be trying to grow from the outside in, because I asked someone, I told them about what the problems I was having with the sector, and it kind of hampering my growth and being able. So we're going to grow from the outside in. So about time I come back in, I'll be with a fan base.
You heard what she said, right? Let me rewind that. And lady, you think that we can't go on Twitch and record from Twitch? You don't know the internet too well. You think we don't have Twitch accounts? You don't think that I can't stream your Twitch on my shit? You don't think if somebody wants to get your content, they can't record your Twitch content? Like, are you fucking crazy? And then you're trying to put the information behind the paywall to where you make money off of it. Fucked up human being, yo. I think you might be worse than Umar.
My growth and being able, so we're going to grow from the outside in. So about time I come back in, I'll be with a fan base. But getting back to this, so I went in, I gave Lennon my story. I went on there. I was like, I didn't know about any sector beefs. I didn't know anything about any of that. So did the show, but I did not tell anyone that I was going to go off and do other shows, because I didn't know how this.
So she says she wants to go on Twitch. She wants to start a Patreon go on Twitch and build a fan base, all off of Umar's poor old mother and these allegedly abused other women's story that allegedly reached out to her. I don't think the family gave you permission to make money off of it. I don't think the family gave you permission to start a channel and gain a fan base off of their sick mother. You fucked up lady. I don't think the family gave you permission to do all that. Mel tried to monetize domestic violence. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat, Mrs. Independent. It's fucking crazy. That's wild. You said the family gave you permission. I don't think they gave you permission to do that. I really don't. And I don't think these other women would appreciate you they used to call the day what's up cut raw. It's actually two T's in cut. But they used to call the day jawbone. But what's up, bro? I don't think these other women gave you permission to make money off of their story and the information that they give you. I don't think these other women want you to build a fan base off of their stories. I don't think Umar's family gave you permission to try to build a fan base off of what they're telling you about his mother, if they are telling you anything. That's fucked up. It's fucked up, yo.
Works. So I did the other shows, and I guess some people felt some type of way because I was doing other shows. My whole focus for coming on is to do what I set out. I'm not on anybody else's agenda but my own. But still, people are going to feel some type of way. When I did the Lanae show and I did other shows, then there were people that came to me. They brought information, they brought stories, but these same people are in the DMs. They're thinking that they're talking. Well, they are actually talking to me in secrecy. They're not out in the open.
Wait, what she said?
When I did the Lanae show and I did other shows, works. So I did the other shows, and I guess some people felt some type of way because I was doing other shows. My whole focus for coming on.
Wait, she said what? Some people felt some type of way that you were going on the shows? Who are these people? Nobody over here ever gave a fuck about which show you was on. We were entertained by your story in the beginning until it started to get analyzed in the correct way. And we found out that you're full of shit. Each live stream that you do, you let us know more and more how full of shit that you are. That's the crazy part about it. Like every live stream, you tell us more and more and more that you can't get over Umar, for one. You want attention. You never got this much attention, and you're addicted to it now. Just like Marianne. You try to insert yourself in all these other women's story and take it as your own. And now you're trying to make money off of Umar's mother and these people. You're trying to build a fan base off of it. I thought this was just justice for Umar's mother. This is turned into a circus, and you are the fucking ringleader, the ringmaster. Everywhere you go, they say you're starting a circus. You went to court on Umar. What did the judge and them say to you? This is not a circus. Get the fuck out. This is what YouTube is saying to you now, because now you're trying to fucking make money off of these people. It's fucking crazy.
On is to do what I set out. I'm not on anybody else's agenda but my own.
Oh, we know. Oh, we definitely know that you have an agenda. We know you're not on anybody else's agenda. Maybe AAS's. And we know you had an agenda from the very beginning. We thought you were this sweet, innocent older lady that got taken advantage of by Umar. To be honest with you, it feels like Umar and his mother is being taken advantage of right now. That's what it feels like to me right now. You're taking advantage of Umar and his mother, and you're trying to build a fan base off of his mother and Umar and these ladies. I can't express that enough.
But still, people are going to feel some type of way. When I did the Lennon show and I did other shows, then there were people that came to me. They brought information, they brought stories, but these same people are in the DMs. They're thinking that they're talking. Well, they are actually talking to me in secrecy. They're not out in the open. I was over on Lennon's channel most of the time. So I said, hey, why not take your story to Lennon? There were a lot of people that did not want to do that. So, and we still talk from now and then. They'll pop in and they'll, ask me how's it going, or say that they've seen something. This particular person saw me on Storm. These people do not come in the sector or really watch.
She said she want to start a Patreon. She said she want to build a fan base off of this now. Now, hey, Phil, did she not say when she was arguing with you that this is about Umar's mother and getting justice for her? Well, now she wants to make money off of it. And I apologize for the way you were treated the first time you came over here. I wish I would have listened to you the first time. This lady is crazy. This lady is fucking crazy. She wants to make a Patreon. She's getting new information and she's going to build a fan base off of it. Now, did she not tell you that this was about justice for Umar's mother?
What's going on in the sector or Umar only? So there was a comment made that this is reminiscent, what's being done to me is reminiscent of some things that they have done in the past. I say, yeah, I'm aware. But back on the thing with people coming in and giving me information. Now, I have a personal relationship with, last night was fucking crazy. I'm going to talk about that too. I had a personal relationship with Musty Face, and then the people that were coming to me.
You can't call him Musty Face after you had the man's penis in your mouth several times, lady. You can't do that. Like that time is dead and gone. You can't talk about he Musty Face and you had the man balls in your mouth. You took on the title of Throat Goat. It's fucking crazy. Calling him Musty Face is not, it's not in the cards for you. I don't know. It sounded like she might have been. Sound like she might have been. She could have been drinking. I don't know. I don't want to accuse her of something that I ain't see her do. Sometimes I do hear a slur in her voice. But hey, everybody has a sit down then. But I don't know, man. I'm just That's just fucked up. That's real fucked up. Says a pet name. I guess that's a pet name.
We're bringing information based off of personal relationships with Musty Face. That's why a lot of the people that follow me are people that are closely connected or know of, or they just have some history. They did an event, something. They'll come and they'll talk to me, but I do not use their stories in conjunction with mine. So I thought back to what the lady was talking about yesterday on Storm, and she was like, "You're not the only person that knows, about Umar." Never have I said that. Never have I proclaimed to be the Umar whisperer, nor do I care to be. But in talking with this person, someone
you don't have to say it to proclaim it, lady. You interject yourself into everything that has to do with Umar. The young lady went over to Storm. She didn't reach out to you. You keep saying all these people reach out to you. Why didn't Nia reach out to you? Because she knew you were full of shit. And you interjected yourself into this lady's story, just like you interjected yourself into Marianne's story. And you're interjecting yourself into all these other so-called women victims' stories. I don't think they're reaching out to you. I think you're seeking them out. You put yourself out there so they can seek you out. This is what you do. It's like how you made it seem like we all reached out to you, but in reality, you presented yourself to us. You showed up in our chats saying you got a story, and that's when we asked you to come on the show. So this is what the same thing you're doing with these so-called other women that are reaching out to you. You're putting yourself out there as somebody that they can come to, so they can come to you. Mind Chaos Brew, thank you for the $5 super chat. He's musty and she's in love with a musty. LOL. Can we say obsessed? Right. Right. I don't dox or talk on children. I have a standard for my madness. Whatever that means. Yeah, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On Lennon, you even was like, oh, you even was like, oh, I know there's a so-called trans lady out there, or this other person out there, and they want to talk to me. I'm free to come talk to. Hit my DMs. That's you reaching out to other women or other people that he dealt with to try to get their story. What you're doing is you're trying to capitalize off of your brief relationship with Umar. Now your story is very limited with him and his mother, so now you're trying to get other people's story so you can be the face of their stories. And that's fine and dandy, but you're trying to make money off of it now. You're trying to create a fan base off of it now.
One has proclaimed to be, basically the all-knowing of Umar. So as time goes on, these people, I'm encouraging these people to come out about him if they want to. I understand what goes along with it, but I'm always big up in Lennon. I'm always like, hey, go over there, talk to Lennon, give your story. There are a couple of times when it almost happened, but we couldn't make it happen. Now, I do remember also that Marianne said that she didn't go to Lennon, Lennon came to her. But for whatever the reason is, I could not get these people to, finally just cross it and just go over there and share their story. Now, the interest that I had in that was it would validate me. Share their story. to, finally just cross it and just go. But for whatever the reason is, I could not get these people to, finally just cross it and just go over there and share their story. Now, the interest that I had in that was it would validate me.
She said she can't get these people to go over to Lennon to share their story. And her interest in them doing that is that it would validate her. So you want to use these other so-called victims to validate your story. So you really don't give a fuck about these people. You need them to validate your story. Right. Why do you need a validation? That's what I'm saying. That you just showed us that you really don't give a fuck. And Mel definitely did reach out to Lennon. Lennon didn't reach out to her. Mel reached out to him. She jumped in his chat, the same thing you did. And he found out she was in the chat. And that's when he asked if she can come up. Same thing you did in everybody else's chat. That's what they did. And that's what Mel did in my chat. She popped up in the chat and let her presence be known and was asked to come up. Nobody had none of y'all information to reach out to y'all. Y'all popped up in the chat. She like I said, this is you just told on yourself all through this live stream. The first the first 8 minutes. You just told on yourself. Said you want to start a Patreon. Somebody suggested you start a Patreon. You said, yes, I know. I'm going to. You said you wanted to go to Twitch and build a fan base. You want to get these people to go on Lennon so they can validate you. That does not sound too good, lady. Whether you meant it that way or not, and I think you did, that does not sound good. You sound like Umar. I'm gonna keep it a beat. You sound like the person that you claim you want to take down. You want to capitalize off of other people's trauma. It's fucked up. And like I said, on Storm Show, said this is all about Umar, mother, and getting justice for her. So why do you need to start a Patreon to do that? Why do you need to build a fan base to do that? You didn't even need to start a channel. You already put out your concerns for Umar's mother on the biggest platform that it could be heard on. Tasha K got 1 million subscribers. Lennon is at 50,000 subscribers. And everybody goes to Lennon for Umar information. So you've put out the story on the biggest platforms that you can, and even you went on the fucking Chitlin circuit on smaller platforms. So if you've done your job, what more is there a need to do other than capitalize off of it? You never got this much attention. So you're going to keep going. That's the only thing anybody could think of. Why would you keep doing this and starting a whole channel and then trying to start a Twitch and a Patreon?
It would validate my story. I'm getting to it. Just watch or just listen to their story. Now, the interest that I had in that was it would validate me. It would validate my story. I'm getting to it. Just watch or just listen. Can't watch really nothing, but listen. So there was never any reason for me to go out and not big up Lennon because that's who I chose to put my story with. So if you guys remember, I did a show and it was about Umar's past. And I've talked about it a little bit. I've said, people thought that it was far, or, beyond the scope. Or
that's what I think. I think she want Lennon's spot. She saw all the attention Lennon gets and the money Lennon is making off of the videos and stuff, the information that he puts out on Umar, and I think she wants a cut of it. And she think because she had an intimate sexual relationship with Umar, that's going to validate her more to to take his spot.
That's way off base, or we don't need to know all of this and everything. And it was really gut wrenching stuff. Hey, welcome. What's up, Rainbow? So there are people that felt like it was just beyond what we needed to focus on, and I could dig it. I just felt like the background would give some context into who he became, or why he is the way he is, or why you don't see family, or why you don't, all of these things that people kind of filling in these holes that have been there for a while. But in that show, there was one of my sources that was leaked. And Umar, because he hovers, he doesn't care about what people, just like these people that hover around my show, they hover.
Don't nobody hover around your show, lady. I don't watch your show unless I'm doing a live stream on something that you said. I don't look out for your show. It pops up on my timeline. When you first started your channel, I was cool with you, so I was subscribed. So when you do a live stream, it pops up on my channel. And people reach out to me and be like, yo, did you see Lanae last John? She said such and such. So I check it out. This is a fresh reaction. I only watched the first couple of minutes of it and then I stop. And if I judge from the first couple of minutes of listening to it, do I want to do a live stream on it? This is probably going to be one of the last times I talk about you, because I just want to clear the air of you and move on. Because this, after I heard what you say, this stupid shit that you just said, you proved our point yourself with your own words. We don't have to speculate or make theories, because you've already told us what your intentions are. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. Yeah, that's why I say I don't waste my time looking her up. If it pops up on my timeline, I'll see it. Or if somebody tells me about it, I'll check it out.
To get information. And then his people hover, it's odd. But they ran back, or he went back, and then he was kind of aware of who I was talking to somewhat. But after that happened, and then I also saw someone else, and I don't blame this person, but there are some people that run kind of like the back streets. A lot of this stuff you guys don't know. They run the back streets of these content creators passing information. Well, I saw the person, and I screenshotted it. I saw the person talking about it, who the source was. And there was no way that anybody knew who the source was. That was just between me and Lennon. And then it was aware of, like there's a breach, which is dangerous for that reason. If I saw that, then, Musty Face would say, so me leaving out of the way and going into my own little island and doing my own thing has always been my objective. Because I can't control just
chat. Miss Independent says she's trying to make a channel, Umar Victim Tell All. Pretty much. She wants to capitalize off of Umar's so-called victims. And that's just going to, if they go there, it's not going to be valid, because her story isn't valid anymore. So I don't think anybody will want to go to her. And plus the example that I can see why they don't want to come out because look at the shit show you and Marianne put on. So if there are any actual real victims out there, they're not going to want to do anything or come out because look what the fuck y'all did. They probably feel like they're going to be treated horribly because of the shit show that y'all put on.
Just like I gave Storm, but the show went all over the place. We didn't get to the actual receipts, but we could not showcase some receipts because of the chaos. And the receipts are what are needed because they're constantly saying it's just me talking. Well, there's receipts, but the receipts never come out. And so it's like one thing or another with them. They're never happy. It's either, oh, here she come with these old texts or this or that. But you're also asking me questions that reflect back to these old texts. So anyway, I was planning on pulling my shit anyway and going over in my own little world to where I could get those story completely out. To this day, it's worked to their benefit. There are people twisting and turning the story. They swear that they've heard certain things, but when they recount the story, the shit is backwards, it's twisted up and messed up.
We're twisting and turning the story, y'all. We twisted and turned the story. Us. We did that. No, lady. Ma'am. You did that on your own. We didn't twist anything. All we did was give our opinions on what the fuck you were saying. So if the story got twisted in any type of way, it's because you did it. All we do is reactions to what you say. You can't try to put that on us because you twisted and turned your story several times and we reacted to it. That's something that you did. We didn't do that.
So my source got leaked, and this is a problem because that source struggles with some things, personal things, and I did not want that to happen. So they shut down all communication. So finally, I had other people that were in the DM, but nobody that I really, really trust that's there as a double agent or whatever. But I finally got 3 people that were, and one of the persons is still close connected, that were willing to talk to me. So people don't like the way that I talk, but the way that I talk, I have a filter on because some things is very hard for them to slip out if you are minding what you're saying and you're considering what you're saying before. If I just talked regular, then you guys would probably get more than what you bargained for, as you've seen on Storm. So there isn't a thing with articulating or anything like it's me running shit through a filter before I say it, because when you say things, they have ripple effects. You know, if I just came on here and was like, well, a woman came and told me and she said this and said that and all this, there are other people, not only that woman, but there are other people that are catching strays too. And this is a big reason why I am not a talker. I'm not somebody that just gets excited about telling people's business. I've never been like that. I've never wanted to sit up and hear other people's business. But
you never got excited about telling other people's business, but you want to start a Patreon off of it. You want to build a fan base off of it. That sounds like it's excitement to me. You see what I'm saying? This is what we mean by the flip-flop talk. One hand, you tell us you're about to start a Patreon and go to Twitch and build a fan base. Now, you tell you that you keep talking about this, nobody else shit. It's not going to look good. Oh no, this you see the title. This is probably one of my last times I'm ever going to talk about this lady. We about to put this lady to bed tonight. But thank you for telling me that, Khalid. That's why I put it in the title, because she just told us all of her intentions. There's no point in even being bothered with her after this. But you just told us everything that you want to do. But this is what I mean by the flip-flop talk. Why nobody believes you. One hand, you say you want to start a Patreon, you want to do all that and build a fan base, and then you like, I was never excited to tell anybody's business. What?
I decided to come out, I had to weigh the odds, the good and the bad. Now, discrediting me by saying I'm a liar and trying to pick things apart benefits certain people. Because if I bring you guys information and I'm already out here labeled as a liar, then it's kind of hard for you to digest that information. If you feel me, put a 4 up. So we squared.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that one thing. It's hard to digest your information because you came out wrong. You came out wrong. Like, we've told you that already. You should have just admitted from the beginning that you had feelings for Umar, and you thought that you were in a relationship that you weren't in, and you're upset. You try to come in like Miss Cool Breeze. Oh, I just wanted to use him as a tool. He was just a link. I got other men that I got way better than Umar. And then it comes out, no, lady, it's not that way. So how are we supposed to believe your information when you're coming at us all wrong? You'd have came out in the beginning the right way, we wouldn't even be here. Period. Now you want to play the victim.
If you're in there and you feel me, if you understand what I'm saying, or if you're confused, I'll back it up. Because there's another way of talking too, where certain people don't need things completely said. They understand what, and we got that from social media. What is understood doesn't need to be explained. There are some people that need you to spell it completely out. This channel may not be for people that are like that. You will be lost. Maybe. People say that I talk in riddles or I talk in, yeah, there's a reason why. But if you're following along, then you should not be. I mean, because like, look, we can have conversations and be like, and we know exactly what we're talking about. So some people are not. They need you to tell exactly what you're saying, and sometimes I won't be able to say that because we have people that like to hover. So I won't make it too confusing. I'm not trying to talk in riddles. It's just better, basically, to have things. Something.
Saying you want to withhold information. You're going to talk in code. Because people like, lady. Oh my God. I'm starting to can't wait till this live is over. I'm never looking back at you again because you are fucking annoying. You've become a nuisance more than you are somebody that's informational or a victim of Umar. You're just an annoyance. You're like a thorn in his side, and you're becoming a thorn in the side of this sector. Period. Right. A scorned woman that can't let go. That's all this is, ma'am. You're a scorned woman that refused to let Umar go. But being a scorned woman and talking about Umar got you more attention than you're used to. So you're not going to stop, and you're going to try to capitalize off of it as much as you can. We get it. So you're going to withhold information, even though you say it's about justice for Umar's mother, but you're withholding information and trying to capitalize off the information. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Things to have you sit and ponder on, or there are some people that just need you to spell it completely out. Those people have had a lot of problem with the information, the text that I post, all of that. They're going to have problems with it. It's supposed to be like that, because I figure if you've been watching me on Linen and then I post a receipt from that, there are some people that are in there and they're like, what is this? What's this? What is this from? If you've been paying attention or you've been following, then you know what that receipt is from. I never have a problem with answering questions, but the game right now is to discredit me. So anything that I bring to you guys from these sources is going to be discredited. So we're just going to fall back on that until some of the bullshit dies down. Now, going back over Storms, like re-listening, that's tragic.
If the information is legit, how can it be discredited? If you have real receipts that verifies the information that you're putting out. How can it be discredited? See that's an excuse to withhold information, to dangle it over people's faces so you can gain more attraction and have more people come to your channel and build your fan base, like you said.
Because out of all that bullshit, nobody got the mom. Her situation got pushed to the back end because you have people or somebody, and her friend was there in the chat. You have these two people that came over to start their shit in the space, and it disrupted everything. She got up there on the panel to say nothing. She didn't bring no facts. They are misconstruing what happened in court. I've said what happened in court. If the court, the ex parte, which after the comment was made, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring that back up. If they told me that I have the right to file it again, if it was frivolous or bullshit, then they would say, okay, you can't file this again. But we've had this shit go on and it's gotten worse. The reason why I didn't go immediately back in, because I felt like, well, he got eyes on him anyway. So if he tries to do anything stupid, or maybe this will die shit down, but it hasn't. It's like you can't play no games. You have to literally put the nail in the coffin in this situation because people can't self-regulate. So if I would have went back in, then there's no reason why my text messages should have ended up on Rimrum's channel.
Wait, what? Back up. Hold on. I was reading a text message, so I didn't hear. All I heard was Rimrum. Hold on.
Showing what happened in court. I've said what happened in court. And shit, nobody got the mom. Her situation got bad right now is to discredit me. So anything that I bring to you guys from these sources is going to be discredited. So we're just gonna fall back on that until some of the bullshit dies down.
I heard that part, and like I said, if you bring real receipts that actually validates the information that you put out, we cannot discredit you, lady. What the fuck are you talking about? That's an excuse to not have that's an excuse. I don't think you have any more information. But now I'm starting to think you don't have any more information. I think you're trying to pretend like you have information to gain followers. But you're using me and Trey and Mind Chaos and anybody else that don't agree with your story as an excuse to why you're not putting out the information.
Now, going back over Storms, like re-listening, that's tragic. Because out of all that bullshit, nobody got the mom. Her situation got pushed to the back end because you have people or somebody, and her friend was there in the chat. You have these two people that came over to start their shit in the space, and it disrupted everything. She got up there on the panel to say nothing. She didn't bring no facts. They are misconstruing.
You didn't bring any real facts either. And she did have some facts. She said she spoke to Umar and his mother, and she's fine. The fact she did bring up the fact that you have not been at that house in a year, so you don't know what's going on there. That's a fact that you admitted. That's a fact. You have not been in that house for a year, so you cannot tell us what the fuck is going on in that house. Only thing you could tell us was the story that you told when you were there for that short period of time. That story has been told. The video that been put out of the house proves that what you said either ain't true no more or was never true. What else needs to be said?
What happened in court? I've said what happened in court. if the court, the ex parte, which after the comment was made, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring that back up. If they told me that I have the right to file it again, if it was frivolous or bullshit, then they would say, okay, you can't file this again. But we've had this shit go on and it's gotten worse. The reason why I didn't go immediately back in, because I felt like, well, he got eyes on him anyway. So if he tries to do anything stupid, or maybe this will die shit down, but it hasn't. It's like you can't play no games. You have to literally.
Wait, what?
They are misconstruing what happened in court. I've said what happened in court. If the court, the ex parte, which after the comment was.
How are we misconstruing what happened in court? We literally saw the court documents. We literally saw the bailiff kick you out and tell you that this is not a circus, and you walk out saying, yes, sir, yes, sir. Good luck with the feds. How the fuck did we misconstrue that? So you telling me what the fuck we saw with our own eyes and heard with our own ears isn't true? That's what you're trying to tell us? With all the shit that we saw, the court papers, the bailiff kicking you out, telling you this is not a circus, and you walking out, yes sir, yes sir, good luck with the feds, meaning that you were upset you lost. We misconstrued that, right? That's what you're telling us. Lady. Mind Chaos Brew, thank you for the $2 super chat. I hate her for how she uses ex parte OMMFG. Oh my motherfucking. It took me a couple seconds to process that with the abbreviation. You know, I'm an old soul, so it took a split second to process that. Oh my motherfucking God, I'm gonna use that one. I ain't seen it put like that. That was my first time seeing that. So she a conscious Tasha K. Basically, pause. The host asked Lanae first and foremost if she agreed for Philly Phil to come up, and Lanae agreed willingly. Now she's flipping the script. See? She rewrites the story every time. Every fucking time she rewrites the story. Whenever we can watch something happen with our own eyes, and she will rewrite the story. I've seen this over and over and over again on YouTube. I watch Young Pharaoh do it. I watch Polite do it. I watch fucking Sarnetta do it. I watch Umar do it. All these conscious motherfuckers love rewriting stories. They love it. That's why you can't take the history that they give to you without doing your own research, because they have a habit of rewriting stories.
Made, I'm thinking I'm gonna bring that back up. If they told me that I have the right to file it again, if it was frivolous or bullshit, then they would say, okay, you can't file this again. But we've had this shit go on and it's gotten worse. The reason why I didn't go immediately back in, because I felt like, well, he got eyes on him anyway. So if he tries to do anything stupid, or maybe this will die shit down, but it hasn't. It's like you can't play no games. You have to literally put the nail in the coffin in this situation, because people can't self-regulate. So if I would have went back in, then there's no reason why my text messages should have ended up on Rimrum's. Then they would say, okay, you can't file this again. But we've had this shit go on and it's gotten worse. The reason why I didn't go immediately back in, because I felt like, well, he got eyes on him anyway. So if he tries to do anything stupid, or maybe this will die shit down, but it hasn't. It's like you can't play no games. You have to literally put the nail in the coffin in this situation, because people can't self-regulate. So if I would have went back in, then there's no reason why my text messages should have ended up on Rimrum's channel. Well, I don't care about the text message. I'm talking about the photos.
You posted it. How the fuck do you keep trying to blame people for pictures you post? I'm not understanding this. Did Trey not get it from these text messages from your Instagram wall that she posted? And now you want to blame me? Lady. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about that because that's just straight fucking delusional. She definitely did a walk of shame out the courtroom. Yeah, this is just fucking weird, bro. She posted on Facebook, IG, and YouTube. But can't nobody look at the text messages on their channel and read them for themselves, right? And like we keep saying, nobody wanted to see that fucking picture, lady. Nobody. I've been trying to scrub that shit out of my brain for the longest. Right. Yeah, she need one. I gotta give her one of these. So you can post the shit by yourself on YouTube. YouTube, your YouTube wall, Facebook, and IG. But people can't screenshot and read the shit themselves and judge for themselves. You better be careful there, little buddy. Shit is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, this is that young foul delusion. It's ridiculous. Hold on, Trey just sent me something. Hold on. Okay. He sent me a screenshot of that's what I said too, Trey. It doesn't say that she can refile, but it doesn't say that she can't. It just said that she couldn't prove her case. So that's basically what these court documents say. Oh man, lady.
So you kind of have to go hard on people. This girl, the nurse that came out, she said she came back out because she wanted to help the mom. But had I put the nail in the coffin, had I not tried to work with her or tried to take it easy on her, then she wouldn't have came back on Storms, back on the same damn narrative she was trying to push with Access Media. If you think I'm lying, go back. She started each one. It's like somebody put a battery in her back. She was trying to throw me under the bus and also her sister. So that tells me a whole lot too. But she's trying to throw me under the bus. I wasn't giving her the energy. So, we left it cordial, but then she kicked it back up again on Storm. Like, why are we back at, why you just didn't DM me? You seen that my temperament is there's no clout in DM and there's no attention. And so this became an attention seeking behavior. And I have no doubt from talking to Storm that he sees it too.
So she's talking about Philly Phil and saying that Philly Phil is seeking attention because she went up there and called you out. You already know my opinion on Philly Phil, but I don't think she was seeking attention. I think she was defending Umar, which that's what she does. That's her content. She defends Umar. Now, do I agree with her defending Umar? No, I don't. But that's what she does. she defends Umar, and she went. It's not like Storm didn't ask you. Yo, do you want her to come up here? I mean, you brought her up, and she popped up on you. You asked her to pull up. She pulled up. How can you say she's seeking attention when you're doing a whole tour trying to fucking capitalize off of this? That's not seeking attention. You don't find that to be attention seeking. Not at all. Starting a Patreon. All that. All the shit you've been doing on the internet. You don't find nothing attention seeking about that. Nothing. Diabolical. Y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm about done with it. I'm so tired of this lady. Y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm tired of this lady. You blame everybody else for your predicament, but the person that's actually responsible for it. And lady, that's you. That's you. She definitely farted on her live stream. I'm the one who caught that shit. I was like, wait a minute, this lady just fart? Almost blew the back of her pants off. She probably blew the leather off the chair. It's fucking crazy though.
A lot of this stuff, it does better outside of the sector because the bullshit, it can't live. I've been sitting up fighting the woman that I was on the panel with and her goat friend. I've been sitting up there fighting them, but that energy had to be taken into another space for people to see exactly what the fuck it is. They're not doing it or saying anything different, but that's what it is. It can live over here, and so it does. But other people, unless they're willing to step into it a little bit, other people don't want that shit in their sector. They don't want it on their page. They don't want the people that come with it in their sector or on their page. So here, all of the Umar Johnson stuff remains. I don't consider myself a part of the sector at all. And then the fact that
when you said stop knocking her hustle, yeah, you're right. Hustling off of somebody's sick mother. Yeah, that's a hustle.
I'm speaking on certain things and debunking things. It's almost, and I'm not challenging Lennon at all. I don't care. He does his thing. I do my thing. But it's like you want to be. Yeah, they made a comment on one of them. My coworker brought it up. They say she wants to be Lennon. She wants to be, and I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Then that starts to make sense with why they don't want me to talk, because they or he wants to be the all-seeing person about Umar. And okay,
no, you do. Lennon ain't never have a problem with none of us doing Umar content. As far as I know, I don't think Lennon has a problem with other people doing. You do. You the one who went around the world and interjected yourself into anything that has to do with Umar. Any and everything that has to do with Umar. You've placed yourself somewhere in it.
Hey, fine. My stuff isn't organized and set up, and you've been doing this for years. It's giving it's weird. Like, do your thing. I'm over here doing my thing. Unless you've had a relationship with, we're not the same. More than one person should be able to talk about things, and I don't want to stay on this shit. People are saying, "Oh God, she talks about them every day." Well, excuse me. That's kind of the.
If you don't want to stay on this shit, then why don't you talk about something else? Hold on, Mind Chaos. I was about to drop the link anyway. Mr. Judge asked earlier. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. If you don't want to talk, if you said you don't love want to keep talking about it, so why don't you talk about something else? What's up, well, Jay?
Oh, what's up, honey? I'm not even staying long because I got some other stuff to do. I may have to review this one time for the one time. Listen,
Uh huh.
right. This is the thing, Miss Ma'am. Oh, I think I was behind in the live, and I think I had the audio streaming from both. My bad. So they didn't want you over there. Okay. They don't have a problem with any of the people over here. They were tired of you.
Right.
See, I wasn't even listening to you. I was reading the chat. The fact that you always keep saying, well, if you didn't have no relationship with Umar, we don't got nothing to talk about. Girl, your whole existence on social media is predicated on the fact that you sucked a man's penis. Let's be for real. Like, the rest of us are not delusional. We're not chasing him down. We're talking about the normal things to talk about, like him cleaning a plastic desk with a wood cleaner. Okay? That's normal conversation that we all should be talking about because clearly it was antics and then he asked for the PayPal. You, on the other hand, are summarily obsessed. You talk about this man's mother. You don't know that lady. That lady don't know you. She don't like you, ma'am. Leave her the fuck alone. You try to pretend like you want to rescue her and the family needs you. They need you for what? Are you doing Patreon so you can raise up funds for her legal defense and legal aid? Like, what are we talking about here? You posted all of those pictures and text messages for your validation on your community tab. Like, you want to be validated so bad that you are willing to accept any label, you're willing to do anything, you're willing to go anywhere just so as long as people can see you. Like, girl, you have mental issues. Period. And stop projecting that shit onto other people. And I'm sorry. It was a geriatric bad girl club. I'm not gonna hold you. But Philly Phil whooped that ass. That's what she did. She came up there and she disrupted your bullshit. And if you guys missed Philly Phil's upload today, go check that out because she blasted out how you a whole liar, evidenced by what the young lady had to say about her relationship with Umar Johnson. Girl, you just want to fight anybody that has access to Umar because you don't anymore. Is his penis really that big? Is it that girthy? Like, what are we like, girl?
Wow.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna be too heavy because I think I'm gonna have to review this and just drag her one time for old time's sake. I know y'all been waiting for me to drag her again, and I really don't want to talk about her, but I'm tired of her saying rem rem, and I'm tired of her saying money boy Trey, as if these gentlemen don't have a right to be on social media and getting their damn money.
Right.
You want it to be the club. You're the clown. So this is what the job entails. If you don't want job, then go somewhere and fucking, lick your wounds or some shit like that. Stop fucking harassing people and lying to people. So we seen your capone ass get kicked out the damn courtroom, acting a whole goddamn donkey, coming to court not even dressed appropriately for legal endeavors with that puffer jacket and that fucking bonnet on your goddamn head. Bitch!
Hey, I'm just saying this. The fact she says she's gonna go all the way to transition to a different platform means she's realized she's burnt all her bridges on YouTube and she's not getting any new subscriber counts. So she thinks if she goes to a different platform where nobody knows them, tell them the same stuff, and then say, "Come to YouTube and subscribe to me." That'll be a way for her to get to boost her channel up, even though it's not happening on YouTube.
Right.
This is the thing. She went over there trying to suck up and Storm Monroe's ass. But the way his subscriber demographics are set up, those are educated business women and men, and they ain't fucking with show welfare to work ass, Section 8 ass, talking about sucking dick all day long ass self.
And in that interview, she was mad. Like when she brought up the fact that we exposed her real job title, and her way she exploded that way made me laugh. Oh, stop getting into my job! I told you I was a federal employee. Yeah, you told us you were a federal employee. You didn't tell us, however, you were a clerk. You didn't want nobody to know that.
You don't have the behavior of
The thing.
a federal employee.
Let me also say this. Shout out to everybody that started off on welfare and got good jobs, okay, from the welfare to work program, and you have grown up out of that struggle. I'm not never looking my nose down at nobody, but this bitch is over here acting like she went to the IRS with a jurisprudence doctorate, and she is just the head of criminal affairs at the IRS department. And I will not abide by that, especially when she keeps saying ex parte like that is a thing, nigga. That is the motion that the judge initially filed so you could get the TPO to serve this man to get him to come to court. That is literally it, and that is literally all. You do not have a fucking ex parte title in court ever.
Right. I
That's
don't know why
literally
she.
for the judge. You're literally a fucking walking moron.
Did you guys know that if you notice that both Lanae and Marianne both lost to court?
Yep, and Marianne was in the court acting like an asshole too. Y'all go to these institutions of prestige and act like the ghetto jigaboos that you want to portray yourself to be on social media. You will not be the representation for Black women while I live and breathe. Trying to fight people at court. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. Who even says that at court? Oh my God, you should have been embarrassed. Like, oh my God, if the judge told me that the court is not a circus, I would have been embarrassed.
The
I would have
bailiff
tucked
kicked
my
him out,
tail
saying
and
it,
left. Right.
and he got you on tape, and then you acted a fool while being kicked out. That was
Now,
crazy.
if you were making $70,000 a year as a federal clerk, honey, you wouldn't be on YouTube eating fucking pistachios and farting online. You would be on the camera, and you wouldn't live in the ghetto. The ghetto.
True. And you get to. Oh man, I don't know why she keeps bringing up like these text messages and pictures that were shown that she posted. She
Because she
forgets the
wants y'all to
fact that
find
she
her
posted them.
sexy.
Yeah, I've been trying to scrub that goddamn memory out of my head ever since.
I keep trying to tell her I ain't no nigga, but I know what they like because I got what they like. Listen, you gotta have some curve. You gotta have a little pop, a little booty pop, pop. Not like not a flat ass tire. Like psst. You need some fix a flat, girl. You need some fix a flat. Let me shut up.
Shit, her ass need fix a flat. Oh, that's diabolical.
And you were right, Ram. Young Pharaoh is actually much more interesting than either of
Oh
these
yeah,
two.
I'm cooking up my series on Young Pharaoh. That's starting tomorrow.
Judge,
I'll
take one for
definitely
the
put that
team.
together.
Judge, take
Take
one for the
what?
team. I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna need you to go over to Lanae, and I'm gonna need you to wrap her in your strong, you know what I'm saying, vanilla arms, and carry her off into the sunset. Okay.
Fine, fine, I'll do it. If you,
Diabolical.
if you meant if you meant if you meant literally to the sun, then yes, we'll roast s'mores.
Lord, she's,
They throw her into the sun.
she just
Well,
needed
yeah,
that.
wasn't that the plan? Wasn't that the plan? Throw her, take her to the sunset, and throw her into the sun. Wasn't that the plan?
I can't. Which one of you men are in Kansas City? Because we need to get this woman a man today, Jesus. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to have For the Love of Lanae. And we're going to review this video. And I'm going to help the men of Kansas City understand why they need to go and find her and just give her all the shongos and make love to her. Because, my God, have you not busted a nut since you left Omar? Shit.
Oh, that's what you meant then. Volunteer revoke.
He said volunteer revoke.
Even worse. Oh my God.
Didn't she say she was going down to Florida?
I mean, I was going to contact NASA and everything. We could have got it done tonight, but when you meant it that way, no thank you.
Did she say she's going down to Florida to go suck some dick?
You know she was lying.
Yes, she did.
I think that's what she
can't
said.
Afford the flight. Mm-mm.
That's just
she can't afford the flight.
She said she can't afford the flight.
No, that's why she going to Patreon.
Might maybe.
It was so funny when, and you know what? She barely has 15 people on her live streams a night, and then she has the cash app left bad users, and we haven't seen one super chat once. So I bet she barely has 3 people.
You're some echoing in the background.
Yeah, I'm on a public bus. Sorry.
No, okay.
And I'm about to drop, but yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming up, sis. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Later, Mike.
All right.
Sorry for the echo, Rick.
Niche that I went into,
it's okay.
But I kind of have a right to speak my mind, my opinions on things. And damn sure if Linda can talk about it, I feel like I should be able to talk about it. But that's not what's wanted. It was very quick after I left that, and after I left from Lennon's and took the story with me, it was very quick that I was a liar. Like, you can literally go over to some of these other side panels and look at the chats, and they're like talking their shit, but then go back to the other video that's still up of my story and looking at their chat or in the comment section, and the same people are saying they're not having these doubts. So, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care about their doubts or them. I just want to be left alone. That was.
So you trying to throw my chat under the bus now, saying that they playing both sides. That's what y'all heard her chat. She's saying y'all going over there playing both sides.
She wants to be left alone. She wants to be left alone, but she's going to invade other people's channels, attack the comment section, then come out and then open the challenges at every turn. But she wants to be left alone. Okay.
Yeah, she's claiming that people from our chats are over here saying that they go over here talking shit, and then they go over to her channel and under her video and say they're not having these doubts. I strongly doubt that anybody from my chat is doing anything like that. I strongly doubt that. Now, could it be? I don't care where you go. YouTube is a free place. You're allowed to go anywhere you want. Can't stop you from where you're going and where you're commenting. I really don't care either way. Like, that's what the internet is. Motherfuckers will go back and forth. I'm not saying anybody from my chat is doing that, but if they are, then that's their prerogative. I can't. Is that supposed to, like, what I'm supposed to do? Say, oh, fuck y'all in the chat. I don't want to talk to you anymore. What was that supposed to make me say? Like, I can't control where people go. There are plenty of people that go to pages that people that they don't like and watch the video just to not like them. Who cares? What you do on your YouTube time is what you do. It's not me. I can't control where people go. Who gives a fuck where they go? It's enough YouTube in this world for everybody. There are 1 billion users on YouTube. it's enough to go around. Who cares where they go?
All that I requested, just like leave me alone. I don't value what y'all doing. I don't value the type of people that do the things you do. I don't want to be bothered with it. And that's why I took off. And it should have been, they should have been okay with that and it be left at that. But they're not okay with it. Now that I have content that I would love to put out, I can't put it out because I'm not feeding them. The only thing they're going to do is take my show and then put their little voice thing over it and then act like they're confused about it. One of the clips that were sent back, and I reported all this shit. I don't give a fuck about YouTube. I care about the law enforcement. Like, they need to be watched because they can't like look into these people.
I don't remember anybody ever doing that to you. We did that to Marianne. We did that to Marianne.
You're saying the police need to be watched or we need to be watched?
Yeah, they saying that I think she's saying that we took her video and put the AI voice over top of it. No, I don't know anybody that ever did that.
Not over her voice, but I definitely did use some AI voices when I was making videos about
her. Yeah, but she's saying they did it to her voice, so I don't remember.
No, nobody did that yet. That was Marianne, but not her.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We did that to Marianne because Marianne is over there with Sergeant Turd being petty strikers. There's over 800 million YouTube channels.
Bro, you want to know what's so crazy? One time I went on I was reacting to one of her videos and it was going so slow that I put it up all the way up to I think 3.50, to speed it up. And it was still taking forever because she was droning on that long. The power of YouTube's technology could not speed her up, no matter how much we tried.
Yeah, I got her sped up right now to 1.5 because she talks so fucking slow. It's annoying. It takes her so long to get to the fucking point, too.
I'm not necessarily the chat members, but even some of them too. Like, if somebody tells you to stay off their page, that should be like, you're an adult. What are you, 16 or something? You can't stop coming over here. I got maybe 349, 350 followers. What the fuck? You got thousands of followers. Go entertain them. Why are you over here? Why are you over here? It's weird. It's very weird. Now,
she tries to be like, why should we be here? Whatever. But look, it's public. You can call it your page on YouTube. It's public, so anybody can go where they please.
Right? Yeah, your page is public. That's the cost of being on YouTube.
It could be that I'm over like getting like hyper focused on that, and that might be just the way of social media. Because remember, I told you guys I'm not big on social media and coming back to it. But it just seems like a little fucking off. Someone else sent me, I get stuff all the time. I get clips from things in my DMs on IG. And I'll say this. When I first came out, I only had 12 followers, like people that immediately started following me. Over time, there were people, most of the people that are in of those numbers that I've accumulated, those are people that have come, they've either left me a message in my DMs and they're just there, or they really support or whatever. But I never asked anyone to stop following Umar and come follow me, because look at Storm Monroe. That's what you would get. I can't do anything with that.
You didn't have to ask anybody to stop talking about Umar. Your shenanigans made people stop talking about Umar and detour off into Lanae land. Because you keep coming on the internet with this fuck shit.
I hope she realizes every host that she immediately talks crap about when they interview her means eventually she's going to run out of interviews.
Right.
That's blind faith. That's what Umar values. I don't want to have nothing to do with nobody like that. Because regardless if the stuff makes sense or not, you ride him. And that's why he can't get right. Because they're too busy over there telling him, yes, you're right, you're perfect, and all that other shit. The stuff that I was telling him about before, he doesn't see the value in changing it, because there are people that are like, yeah, we love it. He doesn't look at most of the people that you've accumulated over the years are not rocking with you. And I hate to bring him back up, but if you look at Boosie's channel, he gets 16,000 off of just posting his picture. You look at Umar's channel, and they have similar following, like numbers and followers. You look at his, he's good to clear 500. So you just have onlookers. It's the same way on my IG page. They're just onlookers. They're people that are lurking or whatever. So with that being said, I am fully aware of the problem. What we are going to do, there's always a way to rectify shit like this. What we're going to do is exactly what you said. We're going to build from the outside in and then come in with the following. That will knock all of this shit out. And then for people, I will try to keep you guys entertained.
Yeah, that's not going to work. You can try to build from the outside in, but you do realize that people do have Twitch accounts too, right? We can still do the same thing we're doing.
And also, even if you manage to get some unknown demographic from a different side over on a different area, you do know most of them aren't going to come to YouTube, and the few that do will see that your content is nothing, and then they'll just unsubscribe later.
Yeah. Yep.
On this channel, but and definitely want to be subscribed to this channel, because when we come back in, I want to just transfer some of the subscribers. Now, some people are subscribed. I go through their profiles, or T goes through the profile sometimes when I'm busy, and we know that you follow Umar, like, because you got Umar sympathize. Like,
yeah, I don't know why she keeps bringing up Boozy Trey. She said that's her idol. At 40 something years old, the rapper Boozy is her idol. We got 130 something people in the chat. And how many likes? 57 likes. Come on, family, get those likes up. And support the channel. Tip your host. Support the stream goal. Hit the Cash App or PayPal at the top of the chat. Be much appreciated. You all appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, Rim.
Love is sweet. What?
By the way, and when you said Google, you'll see Google in court. I just want you to know, in case you didn't see the comment, I'm not going to be biased in that. I'm not going to be biased there, but Google did give me some nice pizza tokens, so that might affect the outcome.
Okay. Oh no. Hey, how you doing? How you doing today, sis? Yeah, you are about an hour, almost 2 hours late. Damn. You just missed Mind Chaos up here. You know what she do when she come.
And I'm not trying to knock anybody, but I don't think you're going to understand what I'm talking about over here if you are Umar sympathizer. It's two different things. It's just two different things. And then I'm trying not to carry that with me. So it's going to be for a moment, like I've said, and I wanted to trail off into other things, but I don't want anybody just on my page like looking to run back and tattle to Umar. And the best way that we've figured out how to look at that is to look at the profiles and what they're pushing on their profile. It is not foolproof, and I haven't let anybody go because of it, but I'm just aware of it, if that makes any sense. Now, the stuff with Storm, the same reason why I didn't want to do the guy's channel back when I first came out, because it's mess. That shit don't help his mom.
That's not what you said originally.
That's stuff for people that want clout. They're on the net for clout, right, gain a following. I'm not interested in that.
She said, I
just want to be able to kind of have enough following that can.
What'd you say? You going in and out? Oh, Mr. Judge, you scratchy. It's going like real in and out. Like really static. You said what?
What I said was she originally
I can't hear.
She said, I'll drop down.
All right. Yeah, I told you it's going to grow back real quick. I told you my beard going to grow back real quick.
Dead all the negativity out. It's not to I guess, well, it is to grow it, but not to make it like I'm trying to bubble off of Umar's story, if that makes any sense. I want to just present my own stuff. So I feel like we get earnest people that are interested in like me versus dealing with people that want to follow me to figure out the new shit about Umar. And the sources, they're safe over here with me because I'm not going to tell anything that can resort back to them. And I'm damn sure not going to have anybody on here that will slip up and say anything. I feel like that was done on purpose.
Digital Side Eye, thank you for the $5 Cash App. Much appreciated. We all appreciate it. I know you barely had that. Next time, make it 10. I like the haircut, man. Look like a rock star. Like the haircut, man. You look like a rock star, man. You look like a rock star, dude. Shit, you'd be surprised what's on my playlist. I love all music. All music. From country, rock, soft rock, hard rock, rap, R&B. I love all music. If it's a good song, it's a good song. I love country music. I love the stories in some of them Jones too, bro. You can call me what you want. My playlist is crazy. You'd be so surprised what's on my playlist. I love Green Day, Nickelback, Simple Plan, motherfucking Linkin Park, Toby Keith, motherfucking what's the Lone Star, Hoobastank. Shit, I got everybody on my playlist, man. Everybody. My wife be looking at me like, you fucking white boy. I'm like, what? I can't like music? Doggy, every time you see me get excited, you think that means I want to play. No. Go over there in your spot, buddy. When I'm done, you come over. I'll play with you. Yeah, I like everything. I don't give a damn. If it's good, if it's a good song, it's a good song. Oh yeah, I love Nickelback. I don't think they've ever had a bad album. I don't think Nickelback has ever had a bad album. Oh no, thank you for the $5 Cash App. Appreciate it. View personal note, just because. Appreciate it. And I don't want the world to see me. Limp Bizkit was, forget about it. Limp Bizkit? Whew. When he did that DMX remix, keep rolling. What? That was my shit. You know what I loved in high school though? I was on a wrestling team. Very good wrestler. I was actually nationally ranked, believe it or not. Linkin Park and Jay-Z album. We listened to that CD until the motherfucking radio blew up. Oh, we love that fucking album. And the thing about it, they weren't even new songs. They just combined their songs. The shit was fire. Encore is my shit. The Encore joint that he did with Linkin Park. Oh my God, that was my shit. We got in trouble for coming out using that as their music because it had What the Hell Are You Waiting For? So the high school was kind of mad, and it was our last match of the season. We was like, man, fuck that. We playing it. When we came out to that shit, you should have seen the look on our coach's face. His face was beat red because he knew he was going to get in trouble. The fucking principal and everybody was there. Oh, man. But what could he do? It's the last match of the season. What the fuck you going to? We ain't got practice no more.
You said, and it didn't hurt me. It hurt the person.
Miles Davis.
Because I had other people to go to. I just
emo rock.
Didn't want that person to feel like I was like, the hell with you. Everything you're talking about, I'm gonna use this to make myself look. Yeah, that's not my temperament. That's not how I get down. They did give me permission to talk about everything that I talked about. Absolutely, and I have that in text form. I always cover my ass. But it's just the fact that that's a rapport and earnest care. They say, well, you don't care about them, but you do, because we don't have
I've heard that theory.
Best friends, and
I've heard the Nicki Minaj Jay-Z theory. I've heard that. I believe it too. I don't like Jay-Z. I think he's a very fucking evil man. I think they should have got him first instead of Diddy. I think they should have got Jay-Z first, then Diddy. That's a whole nother topic.
Skipping through Philly streets, but there's a respect that is there. I understand how you want to keep your privacy. You want to keep his flying monkeys away from everything that you have going on. I respect that. The stuff that was said on Storm, I don't know. I apologize.
My grandmother's favorite artist was Elton John. That's how I got introduced to Elton John. My grandmother's favorite artist was Elton John.
I apologize that people feel some type of way for me going off on that lady, but they've had it coming. They've had it coming. A lot of people are thinking I'm the big lick for 26, and that's, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. I bite back. I do. I'm not gonna spend all my time going after people that are, focused on the bullshit. I don't want to be bothered with you, and I don't understand.
Shit, they thought Diddy was too far up the fucking food chain. Jay-Z about to go down now. You saw him. They threw his ass in them Epstein files. Oh, he's not too far for them motherfuckers though. He's too far up the black food chain. He's not too far up for them white folks to get his ass. You saw him throw this motherfucker in them Epstein files. That, like I said, that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to get off topic because we'll be on that all night.
But I know too that there's a great deal. I look back to when I started first going on somebody's show, and I remember what their views are. So since this bullshit, their views have went through the ceiling. So that's your motivating factor. You don't give a damn about what's going on with Umar, the victims, or anything else. You don't give a shit. You're just trying to get views. And I would almost respect the guy, for keeping it 100.
Wait, what'd she say?
Bullshit. I don't want to be bothered with you, and I don't understand. But I know too that there's a great deal. I look back to when I started first going on somebody's show, and I remember what their views are. So since this bullshit, their views have went through the ceiling. So that's your motivating factor. You don't give a damn.
Oh, she definitely talking about me. She's definitely talking about me. And no, matter of fact, I was getting views before you came on my show. They weren't this high. And it actually wasn't you. It was Marianne that boosted my views. It wasn't you. And actually, when I first started talking about Umar is what boosted my views, because I was talking about different topics. And one of my close friends that be on my YouTube convinced me. He showed me what was going on with Umar, and he said, "Yo, Rem, this is big now. I think you need to." He's been trying to convince me for almost a year to talk about Umar. And he said, "Yo, Rem, now's the time, man. You got to get over there and talk about Umar." And I did it, and my views went up. I actually had, at one time, I got up to fucking 800 people in the chat. And you can watch the video. It has 10,000 views. And you hear me the whole time like I thought YouTube was glitching. I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I'm used to 30 people in the chat. It hit 100. I'm like, okay, I've hit 100 before. 200. Okay, somebody tripping. 300. I know you fucking lying. The chat was moving so fucking fast I couldn't catch anything. And then it got up to 700 people in the chat. And I was like, I know YouTube is glitching the fuck out right now. I know it is. I kept saying that the whole time because I couldn't believe it. You are not the one that brought me views. Talking about Umar did. You made my chat go up. No, Marianne did. Marianne did. And then you kept the chat where it was. So, yes, I do have you and Marianne to thank. But that was not my intention. Because I've been taking down scammers from the very beginning. See, this is where you fucked up when you're talking about me. Check my track record and see what I've been doing my entire YouTube career. Check it. this wasn't the first time I've spoken on Umar. I've spoken on Umar from the beginning of my career. Just oh no, thank you for the 4.99 super chat. Hold on, let me let Mr. Judge or before I read this. Thank you for the 4.99 super chat. She said, I'm here for the daily dose of soap opera Shango lies and hot spice. Thank you for the 4.90 super chat. 4.99 super chat. Appreciate it. I mean, that's what everybody's here for. Shit, yeah, we had it was look, it was like it got up to like 1.2K in the live stream that day. I stopped watching at 7 because I thought YouTube was glitching. It got up to probably like 1,000. I stopped watching, but hold on. I'm being quiet, waiting for it to drop me off. Okay. Hold on, wait, what? Okay. You waiting for the bus to drop you off? Okay. I hear you. But yeah, there's a lot of people invested in this story. They want to see how it ends. But how dare you say that I'm just in it for the views? I didn't start my channel for fame. And what do I tell everybody? No matter how big this channel get, I'm always going to be just little old Remy. I will never let any type of internet clout go to my fucking head. Now, my channel's been bigger than it's ever been. Have y'all seen me? Has my attitude changed? Have I like gotten cocky or arrogant or let this shit go to my head? Fuck no. That's never gonna happen. I was never in it for the views. I started a YouTube channel just because I was bored. I wasn't working at the time when I started. I was fucking bored. I wanted something to do. I saw people doing reactions and doing videos and giving their commentary, and I said, shit, I can do this. And then I got into taking down the scammers of the community. My whole career has been going after scamming motherfuckers. And check my track record. So you can try to put that on me all you want, but my track record does not show that. I've been getting views way before we knew who Lanae was. Now, have they been as consistent? No. Until now, no. Now I don't get under 1,000 views per live. Oh well, the last 2 days, yesterday I did because I did 3 or 4 lives. But that's because that's too much content to watch. It's gonna jump once everybody get the content. But no, I've had these views before. They just were more spread out. Don't, lady, you tripping. You tripping. I'm not in it for the views. Now, you, on the other hand, are in it for the views. I've never started. No, I did try to start a Patreon in the beginning because I wasn't monetized. So I'm like, okay, I'll try to start a Patreon, but nothing ever came of it, and I never uploaded anything. I never tried to like make anything out of it. I went after Polite. I went after Young Pharaoh. I went after Sonetta. I went after, you name it. Anybody that was out there scamming in the contest community. I have a video somewhere about them. I went after Charleston White. I did Whack One. Everybody. Anybody who's doing something damaging to the black community. So you can miss me with that because my track record doesn't have that. But now let's look at your track record. You jumped on the internet talking about you throat rope. Now you want to start a Patreon. You said it was about saving Umar's mother, but now you want to start a Patreon, right? You're trying to make money off of Umar's mother. You told your story already. None of the other women that came out on Umar Johnson started channels or trying to start a Patreon or starting a Twitch or trying to gain a fan base. You're the only one that did that. So who's in it for the views? You sure about that? You better be careful there, Lanae. You better be careful, little buddy. You sound dumb. Very dumb. Now, Trey, he'll tell you straight up, I'm in it for the money. And then call you a bitch right afterward. Now, Trey, on the other hand, that nigga tell you straight up, man, fuck this bitch. I'm in it for the paper. I am a content creator. But think about it. What is everybody's intention on YouTube? Clout, right? Clout, right? That's what you hear. That's what you start a channel for, because you want people to follow you. Is that not clout chasing? Technically. So you telling me that I'm wrong for doing the same thing that 800 million other channel holders, content creators on this platform is doing? I'm better be.
Well, Ram, I would actually make the argument that since this time, your mentality has improved from the better. Because, I mean, think about it. Before all this happened, you were like, hey, I got to respect my elders no matter what. And you were, you know, as you admitted yourself, kind of like biased towards, you know, just believing people like Lanae. And then since you've seen all this happen, now your mindset has gone from respect no matter what to let's now prove to me this is true, and then I'll believe you. So your mindset has improved from this experience.
I just saw it. What you said. I just scored an IG page and sent you first a timeline of him finding out when they was talking about him. Oh, go. Oh, you sent it to my email? All right. Seth, thank you for the $5 super chat. Say thank you for the recap on YP and continued success creating content. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to start doing YP again, most likely tomorrow. I'm probably going to start tomorrow. I'm putting it all together. We're going to do a whole timeline recap. I'm telling y'all, it's way more entertaining than Lanae. Trust me.
Do you agree, though, with what I said, Ram?
No. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Okay, so what I said was I would actually make the argument that your mindset has improved as a result of these experiences, because you went from respecting my elders no matter what to they have to prove to what they're saying to me before I believe it. And you went from, as you said, biasly just believing people like Lanae just because they're women to now I don't care what gender you are, I'm going to demand the evidence. It's receipts or nothing. And that's a massive improvement.
Right. You're absolutely right, man. Yeah, I do agree with that. Here's the order for responded. Her story June 21st, the first time he didn't post about her and Lennon until July 3rd. And his video was July 29th. Oh, okay.
About what's going on with Umar, the victims, or anything else. You don't give a shit. You're just trying to get views. People that are, focused on the bullshit. I don't want to be bothered with you. And I don't understand. But I know too that there's a great deal. I look back to when I started first going on somebody's show, and I remember what their views are. So since this bullshit, their views have went through the ceiling. So that's your motivating factor. You don't give a damn about what's going on with Umar, the victims, or anything else. You don't give a shit. You're just trying to get views.
Yeah, I don't think she thinks she might not be talking about me, because my views have not gone through the ceiling. They went up. Everybody's views went up when they start talking about this story. Everybody's did. Anybody that's talking about Umar and what's going on with Marianne and what's going on with you, their views have went up significantly. And Seth, yes, my condolences on your brother. I did hear something about that too. Right, we got content. Facts.
Hey, Ram, understand this. Understand this.
Yeah.
Lanae not only creates invisible people to be her allies, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if she also created them to be her enemies too. So there could be times where we think she's talking about us, but in reality, she's talking about invisible people just because it only makes sense in her delusional mind.
Right. Exactly. And you know what's crazy? How come you can't get your own numbers up? If you got everybody else's numbers up, why aren't yours up? If that's the case.
Yeah, you're a woman of the people. Let the people contact you.
Right. If you got everybody numbers up, you got everybody's numbers up, right? Why can't you get your own numbers up? You better be careful there, little buddy.
And I would almost respect the guy, for keeping it 100. Like, he don't give a shit about you, the victims, or anything else, or even Umar. I just want the views. That would almost be respectful if you got the information in a respectable way. So that's when it's a flex. But when you do weird shit just to get views, that's strange. It's similar to I won't say the dope game. I'll just say it's just similar to some mess. Okay, so what I wanted, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the conscious community, which dealing with some of these sources.
And I definitely didn't know, talking about you was going to give me any type of views. Like, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope I do reach 100K subscribers. My mission is 10K right now. Let's get to 10K first. But yes.
I don't understand. I don't understand what she meant when she said, "Oh, if you got the information in a respectful way." Like, I don't understand how you get information from a disrespectful way. Information is information. The only question is, did you get it legally, meaning you got it from public sources, or illegally? And that's a matter of law. It doesn't have anything to do with respect.
Right. And I never thought interviewing her was going to get any. As a matter of fact, my interviews are numbers on her interviews that I got with her are lower than the numbers I've been getting lately. I'm looking at them now. So you didn't boost my channel. Sorry, y'all. The dog ran out.
Because she's boring.
Yeah.
I'm getting closer into that. I don't understand why people stay in and stuff and they don't believe in it. I really honestly don't believe that a lot of these people, Baba David, like his temperament and stuff, I really don't think that man would do anything malicious to anyone. I just feel like a lot of the bigger view is lost with small wins. So Umar gets superficial wins. He gets exposure to a lot of things. But just like me and the source were talking about, even with EFI, he's not showcasing certain things in the proper light. There are different sectors of the conscious community. So there are from people that are into Kemet to the Mayat, the Asara San or whatever, Muslim, or the Nation of Islam, 5%. There's like a whole bunch of different sections of the conscious community. The problem in my eyes is when they lose sight of the big picture. And that's what I was wanting to talk about today. Has anybody seen the, I was trying to bring it up while I was talking to you guys. Have anybody seen the story of the woman that she was trying to give birth. She was up for immediate C-section. We got a notice here. Can everybody hear me? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think it's mine. Can you guys hear me okay? Maybe not.
My bad. I missed what the fuck she said. What she said? My wife is
Oh,
talking.
she just said that talking about the conscious community, claiming that her only problem with them is when they lose sight of the mission, and then she said something about a notice that she's confused
He
about
might
and
have
asking
stopped.
if her audience can hear
I
her.
don't know it.
The conscious community is in fucking shambles. All of the best leaders that they had wind up being PDF files, scammers,
Mm-mm.
some type of
I
sexual
think we all got
deviant,
a notice for StreamYard.
or something wrong with them.
Wait, go back. I think she said something.
Oh, it. Mm-mm. I think we all got a notice for StreamYard.
Notice for what order?
I don't know, something about StreamYard. But you know what's
Oh,
crazy?
notice from StreamYard. Oh, she got a notice. That's what it was.
So yeah, I was respectful to her. She, now she don't deserve it. She don't deserve my respect. You sat there and lied in my fucking face. I defended you, and I even when I first started hanging with Trey and doing live streams with Trey, I would defend her against Trey, and when Trey would come up here, I would ask Trey, don't go at her, and Trey would do that for me. She forgot that part. I was the last one to turn my back. I was the very last one. But you came up here on that bullshit, and well, these are the results. But I actually wanted to be a part of the conscious community when I started my channel. But before I started my channel, I studied YouTube, and I came across this channel that had a thing called Conscious Community Wars, and it was horrifying. And I decided before I got on the internet, I do not want any part of this fucking community. They are scammers and they're fucking crazy. Miss Independent, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. That's because many come out of prison, right? Right, and then they start to get a little fame, and then the money comes in, and they lose sight of the mission. I do believe
Hmm.
some of them were genuine people when they first started off, because they didn't think anything would come of it. They were just doing it. But then when the fame got mixed in with it, the motherfucker said, fuck the mission. Every last one of them.
Well, and Rem, I'll say this much, right? Even if, let's say, hypothetically, none of that had happened, such as their dark history being revealed. Let's say they weren't scammers or what have you, and let's say they were committed to this quote unquote mission, right? The problem is if an organization comes out and says we see a lot of issues and what have you, anybody can go out, point out pre-existing issues, and then lull you in with, this is bullshit. I'm with you. Things need to change and whatever, and that's the rhetoric to get people to start listening. But if they don't have, but if what follows is not a practical solution, like, okay, this is our healthcare plan, this is how we plan to introduce economic influence within 12 years, this is how we plan to do this, and it doesn't follow in line with what most institutions are establishing or a guidebook for how most institutions started, then even if it's not a scam, it's a massive waste of time because it's people talking just to talk.
Right. Pretty much. They was rigging debates. I just found out about that. I was like, oh shit. Damn, that's crazy. Motherfuckers was rigging debates. Oh man. Yeah, you late, John John. You late. Probably got about another 45 minutes left in the live. I don't do more than 3 hours usually. And plus,
And I'll tell you another thing, Rim, and here's something that'll really make your head spin. Even if they weren't rigging the debate, it's actually entirely possible to be completely wrong and still win a debate. because don't get me wrong, I love debating. It's a good way to explore ideas and what have you. But the sad truth of even professional debating is a lot of times you can still be wrong, but if the crowd agrees with you and it sounds very convincing, you'll win the debate even if the other side is actually right, simply because it doesn't sound as good. So there's kind of a dark side to debating, even though as an academic I do love it.
Yeah, true.
I think I'm trying to work on my sound, but I'll answer yours. A bedside about nothing happened with me and Lennon. I just, yeah, like, and no, he can't be responsible. I'm not gonna say that he's responsible for his people, but he's responsible. He knows more than what he's letting on is going on. And if you could speak on something, speak on that. And especially because I could have.
So you're implying that Lennon knows way more than he leads on? Well, you didn't imply it, you said it. So you're saying Lennon has a cynical, a different type of agenda than everybody thinks. So you're throwing Lennon under the bus. You try to throw my chat under the bus. You try to throw Billy Phil under the bus, and now you're throwing Lennon under the bus. That's 3 people you didn't throw under the bus, and me under the bus. 4 people you didn't throw under the bus in this live stream so far.
Not only that, but she's lying because she's saying nothing happened between them, but she accused Lennon of being compromised, and that's when Lennon was no longer like, okay, no thank. Oh, and said to drop all her content too. So not only did she accuse him of being the enemy, but she then demanded all of her stuff be gone. So stuff did happen between them. She turned on him bluntly and then made demands of him. So her saying nothing happened, that's a lie.
Yeah, she said his chat was compromised.
Oh, the chat was compromised. Well, still, he's the YouTube channel, so it's really the same thing.
Right. Same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh shit! Here he come. User 225 triple C. I could make some devilish roast about Lanae for real. Like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Well, at least that was normal this time.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat.
So yeah, like speak on that shit. Or if that's what you like, then I mean that's what you like. It's been going on. You're aware of it. I know you're aware of it because when I was oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys can hear me. That's good. Okay, so yeah, with Lennon, I'm not saying that Lennon is responsible for his people. That's not what I'm saying. But if I am on here, if I watch you guys out here on social media and you're doing some weird shit, and I'm calling Umar out for his shit, but I'm also seeing my people gathering in a spot doing some weird shit, naturally, that's just how I'm built. I'm going to say something. I'm also looking at some back stuff that was sent to me, some clips. And you'd be surprised where it came from.
He cool, sweet DJ.
Wink. Like, I saw some clips of some things, and I was like, hey, that's not who I gave my story to. Hold on now. We're not beating up the homeless now, are we? Yeah, and then I'm trying to talk. She said that I could put out her information. I want to get the specifics.
Which we have no proof
I'll bring her on here for you guys. Maybe I will. The lady that's from my city. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's pretty. She's from my city, and she had an issue where Umar put her in a headlock and then turned around and sent her $500. So,
oh my God, not this story again.
Hey, someone should tell Lanae the first rule of leadership is everything is your fault.
Right, but now I just sped her up. Hold on, let me see. I gotta speed her up again, a little more. Now she's trying to bring this story up again, claiming that Umar put this girl in the headlock, and to keep her quiet, he paid her $500 so he can say if she does come out and expose what happened, he can say he paid her as an escort, which doesn't make sense.
You know how you know enough that this man orchestrates or telegraphs cons or plays or lies. I have no doubt in my mind that the man sent those text messages. Of all of the text messages that you could have sent, you sent those text messages because you wanted my butt attached to it, and then you wanted people to see, I'm going to get her on here. I'm going to get her on here. But the quote unquote chat, that CCC chat, they ate her up. I had the video. I don't know what happened to it, but they ate her up in the comments, and she's the sweetest person.
Oh, that's a little too fast. I barely get to hear what the fuck she's saying.
But because she didn't act the way they thought that she should act, they tore her up and she left off, and she just kind of sat with what happened to her. There's a responsibility when you bring people on, in my eyes. There's a responsibility that you have. It can't be that you have all of this.
But you just said Lena's not responsible.
Right.
I'm trying to pick my words nicely. You have a lot.
She's basically trying to throw Lennon under the bus again. He said this man has done nothing to you.
I think she's trying a tactic where she starts off with not claiming it's not your fault, then going on a 10-minute tangent of how it is your fault, even though she said it wasn't.
Right, but this man has done nothing to you.
A lot of advice for Umar, but that man is not listening, nor does he care. And I cannot even explain to y'all how much he hates Lennon. I have a text message about him telling me who Lennon was when I found out who Lennon was, and it was not kind. But you got the patience in order to front out on your show that, you know, you give grace and you apologize to this man, but you don't have the care or the heart that two women that you brought. One you went out and got and brought onto the show, and I know why that happened, and I'll tell y'all about that. But to kind of squash it. Even I knew the importance of not banging with her publicly. I'm about Marianne. I knew, and I told people, I said,
user 225CCC, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Says the only thing compressive. Wait, hold on, what? Let me zoom in.
Compromised.
Oh, the only thing compromised is Lanae's mouth. All right, I got to zoom in for a second. You know I'm blind.
Well, let me just say this. First of all,
the chat moves while I'm reading it. Look, he did another one. Yo, I think you just be putting like a good like $20-$30 to the side for this shit, man. Thank you for another $1.99 super chat. Umar Johnson liked Lanae because she was built like him. That was a good one. KKC, peace and welcome. KKC, long shark.
Let me just see if I'm understanding this correctly. She said that we have the grace or whatever to forgive Umar, which none of us have said we forgive him, but we don't have the heart to forgive two women who, by the way, have never apologized for lying to us.
Right.
Okay.
we gave plenty of chances for them to come clean, and it'll all go away when it first started, and they didn't. They doubled down.
They told us no.
So if you're going to double down, we're going to double down
too. Yeah, they tried to give you so much mercy. They tried to give so much grace, even when people like me were saying, no, go after him. No, drag him. They were like, no, we're going to give him a grace period. Extended the grace period over and over and over, days even. And instead of being thankful, you guys said, screw you. And so guess what? The public said, screw you right back.
Some people were telling me to drag her ass from the very beginning. So it was a lot of people that was telling me to drag her ass at the beginning. And I was like, nah, I don't think she did anything. And they was trying to warn me.
I publicly, I would stand with that woman, but after that, I don't want to be bothered with, because I had a feeling about her. Not a feeling like what transpired, but I'm saying I thought that she was kind of like I don't know. I just had a feeling about her when she came, and I was just like, yeah. And then she kind of snubbed me with the class action thing. Like, no, I have my own attorneys, and I was like, well, I wanted to tell her, it don't have nothing to do with your own attorneys. We're just kind of unite and stand. We're trying to do a unite and stand thing.
So now you're back to throwing Marianne under the bus. Damn, this is just her throwing everybody under the bus.
Pretty much. Whatever gets her relevant, whatever gets her content, whatever she delusionally believes will give her something, she's willing to do it. She'll even blame herself if it meant people would click and view. That's what it is. No matter what, whether it's hate, love, or anything in between, as long as she gets to stay, she'll do it.
Right. She just said, fuck it. I'm throwing everybody under the bus. Everybody got to go.
But nobody was interested in that. I told people to send me receipts because at that time I was going through where they had reached out to investigate him. And I was like, now's the time. If you got the receipts, and the people that were coming to the DMs brought the receipts. But it was like everybody else, it fell on deaf ears. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I mean,
you never showed us these receipts.
But yeah, it just seems a little unauthentic. When these people were coming to me, here's my transparency, because I'm not knowing what I'm dealing with. When people came to me, I took that information to Lennon. I held nothing back. I gave him all of the information, and I couldn't get him to go on the show. They did, however, want me to talk for him.
Oh God, Trey, why?
Oh, what did he send you this time?
This is the order of response. Okay. I just got that memory out of my head, Trey. God, you could have redacted that. Oh my God.
Well, I guess you decided your memory needed a little refresh.
I know.
And that wasn't, and I sent him screenshots of the conversation. So it wasn't no, oh, well, I'm gonna tell you, because that gives me more screen time. You know what I'm saying? I have to say this because people will add that shit to it. Nope. It was not about me delivering the information. It was about the fact that they wanted the information out, but they didn't want the information. I don't know why they didn't go directly to
Nobody you said no to any information. You just didn't give it.
Email, they didn't want to deal with it. And I believe that some of that was from, especially where you start dealing with the family, from some of the things that were being pushed that were not true, I feel like. But who knows? And when I never thought to ask, but my whole point is, when somebody came to me with something about Umar, it went straight to Lennon, you know? And for some strange reason, like I said, we couldn't get him on. But then Lennon went out and found his own person, and that was Marianne. And that's where shit went left. Well, after, that situation. But I didn't know that he went to go get Marianne.
Hold on for a second, y'all. I gotta run to the bathroom and let it play.
And I'm just trying to keep you guys in the loop, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind. Like one that's sitting up flaming me now. You talk to me every night, and I don't mind that you're doing what you're doing right now, but you talk to me behind closed curtains like damn near every night. And to me, that's wicked. I can't sit up there and just sit and talk to somebody to gain information. That is wicked. That is some premeditated, crazy ass shit. That's when this takes on a whole nother form of just, I do it on the side. Well, some people do pay their bills off of it, so that makes sense. But still, yeah, I'm still going to have I'm going to keep some type of rapport with people. If men believe girls and women, then it would be.
There's no rapport left for you.
Someone like you. That is true. That is true. But you got to believe that the fire is hot. A lot of people will be like, well, that's just because you look that way and I look like this. We go through that like with WAGs. They see these players, they're like, well, girl, he did that to you, but he's not going to do that to me because my ass is way fatter than yours. Okay, well, then bring your ass out there and see if that's what what do you want people to stop you? Like, go see if the fire is hot. Yeah, you got to go out there and see. And then they have a good run of it. But about time they get with these men and they cut the money off and they don't want to have nothing to do, then here they come back and it's hard. You don't want to say I told you so, but you got to be like, yeah, that's what I was telling you. Like, it has nothing to do with you or me. It has to do with that's the character of him. And you got to start listening. There are a lot of women that are out there that think that, their story won't be like that with the man. And a lot of men that are out there that think, well, my story won't be like that with her because, I got it like this or whatever. Well, yeah, go out there and try your luck. I mean, and then they get their ass handed to them by, the person, and they're like, I can't believe they did me like that. It's not about you. It's about who these people are. And it's the same thing I'm trying to explain where Umar is concerned. It ain't because I wasn't this or I wasn't that. It's because that's just who he is. And you got to start like erring on the side of caution. Now, there are women that were in the space, don't have a problem with him, don't like what happened to me. I still never told them, girl, don't do it.
Hey, Dr. Nene, you should do a joint about Lanae. Get out my space. Get out my space. Do a double one with her and Marianne. Marianne holding the Lanae doll. Get out my space. That'd be a funny one.
Hey, Rim, you should definitely listen to my song when you got a chance, because that one was actually inspired by you saying, "Get off the internet, lady." And I actually thought, you know what? That actually would make a very good song. Not necessarily those words, but I made an improvised one, basically saying for Marianne to log off.
Yeah, you do need to get off the internet, lady. That's the best way to get to go away.
Yeah, it's in my YouTube channel. It's released on my YouTube channel titled, and it's literally said, "Marianne, log off." That's literally the title.
Right, there's a little button on your YouTube page when you go to your little profile. It says incognito. Do us all a favor and push that fucking button.
Don't go in there. I never said that.
We got 74 likes, 111 people in the chat. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Sports stream goal. We need $10 more to reach our stream goal. So if anybody want to be the unsung hero tonight, hit the Cash App or PayPal. But most importantly, hit that like button and share this out. Hype the video. I'm just figuring out what hyping the video out. If you hype the video, it gets out in the algorithm more.
Nothing like that to him. I never wasn't even that kind to be like, well, just be careful, because I never did that. And if they went on and kept messing with them, if they came back, I'll be like, damn, shit. But, what do you want to do about it? Or where's your mind at about it? It's not like I told you so. Now we're kindred spirits.
God damn, Miss Independent, you be working like a slave. God damn, they be slaving you at that job.
Good job, Independent. Now we'll just subtract our cut and we'll leave you about $10.
She was at work when I went and did my live this morning.
I know. It's been like 6-7 hours since then.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, because he did you and he did me. Like now and I think that's too what keeps me and
by the way, I shared it in the private DMs. Anymore.
I think that's what keeps us on cool, even playing. There wasn't no trying to outdo one or anything else. It's just passing the stories. That's not my focus in it. And I don't know if it could be because I'm in a relationship, but I don't think so. I've never been that type. I've never been that type to go in a woman's space and kick her while she's down. I don't get nothing from that. I don't get anything from that. So, but yeah, as far as where if women focus on helping each other, our lives would be healthier, happier. Yes, it really would.
Oh shit,
it really would. But there's a lot, like even with talking to Phil on Storm, the lady that was up there.
50, I guess.
Now she said that she doesn't have a baby by her uncle.
Much love.
I'm going to assume the man lied just to get me, even though I did post it up. You guys can see it on the page. I'm going to assume possibly he did lie just to get me to come on his show, or just passing dirt. Like, I don't know. The only reason why I used it is because they was on.
Wait, who lied to come with? Oh, wait. Well, I'm the lady. Let me run this back before I snap. I know you ain't talking about me. You better be talking about somebody else.
Talking to Phil on Storm, the lady that was up there. Now, she said that she doesn't have a baby by her uncle. I'm going to assume the man lied just to get me, even though I did post it up. You guys can see it on the page. I'm going to assume possibly he did lie just to get me to come on his show, or, just passing dirt. Like, I don't know. The only reason why I use.
So you're throwing Storm under the bus now?
On an assumption.
God damn, lady, this bus is getting
This is
bigger.
a lack of logic, Ram. I don't have any evidence against you. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just going to assume you're lying, and that's the whole basis of my accusation.
Right. This bus you throwing people under is getting bigger and bigger, lady. What the fuck?
The planet will be thrown under before she admits she's lying.
Right.
Is because they was on me. It was like 4 or 5 at a time, and I needed to back them bitches off of me. It was what it was. And there are a lot of times people have come to me and they've probably been on the up and up, and I swung on them. But you got to understand my position in this. I am fighting people that are not coming to me. It's not like I need people to come to me like crawling down on the ground and groveling. No, it's just the fact I don't know if you're friend or foe when you walk up on me. And I'm in fight mode. It's kind of like remember on Talladega Nights.
You don't know if we're friend or foe, but you're already in fight mode.
You're in a mode. So people might be coming for something, harmless, and you snap out. Well, it's because I've been dealing with negative people and double agents, all the time. So when you come, I misread it. Be patient with me. But people don't they don't see it like that. Yeah, he's signing the shit out of her forehead. It's like, oh,
so she's saying it's her modus operandi to snap at you.
You're getting all kinds of people coming at you. But what I was saying about her was I would have never used that against her. But when it did something to me when they called my kids stupid, because my kids aren't stupid, that's one thing. But they don't have anything to do with it either. But I was like, yeah, you guys are a different type of low. I don't encounter a whole lot.
We never called your children stupid.
I don't follow her, but I honestly would be. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I would not look to that relationship standing too long.
Grim.
I just wouldn't. I would not be surprised if that has not been solved.
I'm over here talking to my wife. What'd you say?
I don't really see that as being solved. But
she just accused us of calling her children stupid. Can you name even one time, whether it's me, you, mine, or Trey, saying anything negative about her children, much less that they're stupid?
I bet her $100 if she. I will give her $100 if she can find anywhere in any of my live streams, or even Trey's live streams, or your live stream, where she can find where one of us called any of her kids stupid.
Right, and on top of that we never did that. Here's the thing. She calls us slow and mocks, because I'm a disabled man. She mocks my disability. She assumes you guys have disability, calling you guys all slow, and essentially calling you stupid. We had endless evidence of her doing that to us, but we don't have one shred of evidence that we ever said anything remotely that negative to her children.
But that's her MO. She likes projecting shit that she does on other people.
Yeah, very much so.
Good. She's extremely great at projecting her bullshit onto other people. Very good at that.
Oh yeah.
Just with her and just the lady that was on Storm, she's I don't know what.
Go back on there after she.
It's like things just kept getting moved. It kept getting moved. It kept getting moved, and she wasn't interested in anything else. He said, "Yo, ass show did drive a fast car getting into this fake."
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Can we get some clap emojis in the chat for Dr. Nene being the unsung hero tonight?
Entanglement. That I did. I did. And that's something that you but and I posted the text message to this maybe a little while. If you see me on Threads, you can go down and see everything pretty much that's happened. But yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely not worried about him. You just don't want younger people, less experienced, to deal with.
Oh yeah, she did say she was. That's probably why she could be slurring, and her voice, her speech is so slow. They gave her
Yeah.
Percocets. She fucked up right now.
Yeah, probably for now, but I know in other lives before this tooth pain or this tooth removal shit, she was definitely drunk because there'd be a lot of things that she'd be saying that would expose herself, and then she'd later go on denying that she ever said it, even though it's on recording. That's
Right,
and then when we confronted her with it, she said, "Oh, I wasn't drunk. I was tired." What tired person gets on a live for 6 hours once they're tired and says all that crap? You don't have the energy to stay on 6 hours if you're already tired. That don't make no
bro.
sense.
Y'all see me fall asleep on lives. I'm tired. Fuck that. I ain't not let alone sitting
Right.
there for 6 hours.
Right. She wants us to believe you'll have more energy when you're tired. Lady, that is not what the definition of tired means.
Yeah, she bugging. She bugging. And maybe this is why she's so confused and her speech is all over the place. Her topic is all over the place. She probably fucking high off of painkillers that she took for her tooth.
Why,
Yeah, she
Jay? Because
definitely.
she's stupid.
I do remember when she said something about taking pain meds for her teeth.
Yeah, she did say that. But you know, what's funny is when she mentioned that to everyone, she said the reason she said, and I quote you, "Oh, I'm not going to go on the what do you call them storm show because I'm on the pain meds and I could be saying things I don't want to admit or say things I don't want things to be said." Yet she said this while recording herself on live. So basically doing the same thing she said she didn't
Right,
want to do.
right. You shouldn't be on pain meds taking care of an autistic child.
You dealt with, because it could be changing. Look at, and I've always said this: if you've ever watched, or not watched, but read Mariah Carey's biography, I think it's called Butterfly. It's been some while since I've read it, but I was looking at how she was with Tony Mottola, and then I looked at the type of person she was when she got with Nick Cannon. They are in basically swapped positions. So she was young with Tony Mottola, and then she got her a young guy, Nick Cannon. And she became Tony Mottola with Nick Cannon, maybe not to that extent, absolutely not, because Tony was out of this world, the stuff he was doing to her. But she had stuff that she hadn't fixed, and it ended up shaping.
Independent said, "Nah, fuck that. She was like this before." Um, I'm just hearing a bunch of rambling. Like, what the fuck is she actually talking about? Like,
I mean, isn't this why we find her so irrelevant and usually don't even want to get on live because it comes to a point to where we realized there wasn't even a point to begin with.
Crystal said she fell asleep. Yeah, right. She said she fell asleep over me and Trey back and forth about all bad bitches parties last night.
Oh yeah, I
Right,
saw that. But hey, I'm in full agreement with you. You know, you shouldn't agree on every single thing, and
right.
having
That's what makes
diversity of
it
opinion is
dynamic.
good.
Right. That's what makes it dynamic. Because some people might not like him and they might like my pushback. And some people might not like me and might like his pushback against me. That makes people watch. It makes it interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
People agreeing on everything all the time is kind of fucking boring.
Pretty much.
Mr. Pender said, fuck that dog. She was always like this. At least she doesn't have a bucket of chicken. Yeah. At least she not farting either. That shit was gross.
Nick Cannon's view on relationships going forward. You see how that trauma bounced? So now he's like making these babies everywhere, these designer babies, because that's what's in right now. They don't want to have two-parent homes. These women that can take care of themselves and take care of babies, they just need the baby. Just give me, basically the sperm. However they go about it. They don't want a relationship, a head-up relationship. They're a lot like me. They don't want a head-up relationship. They'll deal with you when they have time to deal with you. But more or less, they're focused on their
What
careers
is she
and
talking
building.
about?
Because they just, for whatever reason, they got.
I have no clue. Like, I'm about to just end this live right now because she just fucking rambling.
No, they'll deal with you when they deal with you. Who's gonna deal with who and for what?
Yeah, like I'm lost. I'm lost. I think I'm gonna stop this live right here because she's just fucking rambling right now. Like it's just a
Don't
bunch
blame
of
you.
nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this right now because she getting. I had enough. She's getting on my fucking nerves. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I was irritated when I started the live from the stupid shit she was saying. So
Pretty much.
yeah, this is yeah, nobody wants you, ma'am. This is where we're gonna stop this one at. Uh
I'm looking forward to the young Pharaoh.
yeah. I'm putting that together. That's what another reason why I want to stop it so I can put this list together to
But
play tomorrow.
definitely send me an email or something when you actually do have time to listen to the song, and let me know what you think. I'd really like the
I will.
feedback.
I will. I got it sitting up on my on the tab right now. So all right.
Awesome.
I'm gonna drop you down so I can end it off. Appreciate you stopping
Sounds
by.
good. You too, man. Always happy to be on. Later.
All right, y'all. I'm getting on out of here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, we live stream is y'all who make these lives lit every time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only Remy El Ma'at. You was just tuned in to Rim Rum TV and Rim Rum TV 2. See y'all when I see y'all. Until then, peace.